Hello students, in 7th video lecture of chapter 2nd, that is solution, you will be study towards non-ideal solution showing negative deviation, azeotropic mixture, that is azeotropes or constant boiling mixture, as well as some numerical problem based on Raoult's law. So first of all, non-ideal solutions showing negative deviation. In non-ideal solution with negative deviation, the partial pressure of each component is less than the vapor pressure as expected according to Raoult law. It means that if the components present in solution contain their partial pressure less than the components of the ideal solution, at that time the solution show negative deviation. For negative deviation, partial pressure of component A is less than P naught A into XA. Similarly, partial pressure of component B less than P naught B into XB. So, if we take the total vapor pressure of solution, then total vapor pressure of solution P will be less than P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. For the negative deviation, there is one graph is given. In this graph, at x-axis mole fractions taken, y-axis vapor pressure or pure components are taken. At x-axis left side, when the mole fraction of component A, that is XA, is equal to 1, then mole fraction of component B is equal to 0. When we proceed right side, then mole fraction of component A decrease and it become equal to 0. Mole fraction of A become equal to 0. It should be 0. Same time, the mole fraction of B increased and become equal to 1. It should be 1. Here, this line number second is the partial pressure of one of the component of the solution. This line number 1, partial pressure of the next component present in the solution, and third line indicate the total vapor pressure of solution. The dotted line indicate in each case the pressure for ideal solution. Here this dotted line at the second line indicate the partial pressure of one of the component of ideal solution. Line first also indicate dotted line indicate the partial pressure of next component of the solution, and in third line dotted line indicate the total vapor pressure of solution. But same time we seeing that bold line which move from the downside to the dotted line indicate the negative deviation. So at the line number third, downside to the line number third, this bold line indicate the total vapor pressure of solution. In the case of the solution, we show the negative deviation, and here at line number second, below this line, the bold line indicate the negative deviation of the one of the component of the solution, and at the line under line number first, also the bold line indicate the partial pressure of one of the component which show the negative deviation from ideal behavior. Now, in this type of the deviation, like molecule have lesser force of interaction as compared to the interaction between unlike molecule. Here like molecule means the molecules of solvent in the pure form as well as the molecule of solute in the pure form. Unlike molecules means the molecules of solute and solvent present in the solution. So in the case of solution, interaction of component are found to be more as compared to the interaction of the molecules when present in their pure form. In other word, we may say interaction AB, that is force of attraction AB, is greater than A interaction and BB interaction. Intermolecular force is raised on of mixing the two components. Thus, in solution, the rate of evaporation of both components decrease as expected according to Raoult's law. Means after the solution formation, the component present in solution have the less evaporation as compared to the evaporation in the case of the pure form of the component. In other words, we may say that on mixing, the component present in solution have the less vapor pressure as compared to the pure form vapor pressure in the pure form. Consequently, the partial pressure of each component will be lesser as expected in case of ideal solution of same composition. Here some examples are given which indicate the negative deviation from ideal behavior, like mixture of acetone and aniline, mixture of acetone and chloroform, mixture of methanol and ethanoic acid, mixture of water and nitric acid, mixture of chloroform and diethyl ether, mixture of water and hydrochloric acid, mixture of ethanoic acid and pyridine, mixture of chloroform and benzene. In case of negative deviation, a noticeable change is observed in the volume as well as in the enthalpy, that is heat. So first point is change in volume of mixing is found to be less than 0. Volume of solution less than volume of solvent plus volume of solute. On mixing the two component, means mixing the solute and solvent, the magnitude of intermolecular force increase, that is molecule will be tightly held in the solution, hence volume will be decreased on mixing. Second point, change in enthalpy of mixing is less than 0, that is heat is evolved in the formation of such solution. It is due to the fact that energy required to break weak A interaction and BB interaction is less as compared to the energy released in the formation of strong AB interaction. Since dissolution process is exothermic, solubility will be increased on lowering the temperature. For example, a solution of chloroform and acetone. When these liquids are mixed, formation of intermolecular hydrogen bond take place. So here, this is the molecule of acetone, CH3, COCH3, and this is the molecule of chloroform, that is CaCl3. When chloroform is added to acetone, then the intermolecular hydrogen bonding take place. So this is the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to this, the interaction component present in solution are found to be increased. Therefore, on mixing, the attractive forces become stronger and the escaping tendency of each liquid from the solution decreases. Therefore, the vapor pressure of the solution is less than the expected for an ideal solution. Now next point, azeotrophs or azeotropic mixture. Azeotrophs or azeotropic mixture are such binary solution which consist identical boiling point. Means in the solution, whatever the component present have same boiling point but on certain composition. So we may define azeotroph as azeotrophs are the mixture of liquids which boil at constant temperature like a pure liquid without undergoing any change in the composition. Azeotrophs are also called constant boiling mixtures. These mixtures cannot be separated into individual pure component by fractional distillation, because each component contains the same boiling point, so it is not possible to separate them by the fractional distillation. Now azeotrophs are of two types. Minimum boiling azeotroph. Such azeotroph means such binary mixture means binary solution in that case that show the positive deviation from the ideal behavior are known as minimum boiling azeotroph. So those liquid pairs which show a positive deviation from ideal behavior is known as minimum boiling azeotroph. Such azeotrophs have boiling point lower than either of the components. Means in this case, whatever the component present in the solution consists less boiling point as compared to the component were present in their pure form. For example, here different components are taken, like here component AB, as we know A generally considered as solvent and B as solute. Here percentage of A is given, therefore to find out the percentage mass of second one, we may subtract the percentage mass of component A from 100, then we will get the percentage mass of component B. So here component A is water, and component B is ethanol. Mass percent of A, that is water, is 4.43. Therefore to find out mass percent of B, we have to take 100 minus 4.43. We will get the mass percent of component B. In the pure form, boiling point of water is 373 Kelvin, and in the pure form, boiling point of ethanol is 351.3. But when we mix them, then at the particular composition, means on this percentage, we getting the boiling point of both component, that is water and ethanol, that is 351.1 Kelvin. So here if we consider the boiling point in the pure form, for water 373 and for ethanol 351.3, but the boiling point in the case of azeotroph, that is azeotropic mixture, we getting 351.1, which is less as compared to the boiling point of water as well as the boiling point of ethanol. So this is the minimum boiling azeotroph. Similarly, in the case of the mixture of water and uh, propanol, we getting the same criteria. Azeotropic mixture consists the boiling point less as compared to any of the component in the pure form. Now maximum boiling azeotroph. Such azeotropic mixture which show negative deviation called as maximum boiling azeotroph. So those liquid pairs which show negative deviation from ideal behavior known as maximum boiling azeotroph. Such azeotrophs have boiling point higher as compared to the components present in the solution. Here again some examples are given in term of component A and B of the solution. Mass percentage given of the component A. To find out mass percent of component B, we may take 100 minus mass percent of component A. So here in first example, mixture of water and hydrochloric acid. Mass percent of A, that is water, is 79.7. In the pure form, boiling point of water is 373, and in the pure form, boiling point of hydrochloric acid is 188 Kelvin. But when these component mixed to form solution, at that time, at the particular composition, we getting the boiling point of mixture is 383 Kelvin, which value is greater as compared to the boiling point of water as well as the boiling point of hydrochloric acid. So this azeotrope will be maximum boiling azeotrope, because here boiling point of azeotropic mixture is greater as compared to either the component A or B. Means, in other words, we may say that azeotropic mixture containing the more boiling point as compared to the solute or solvent when these are in their pure form. Now some question based on Raoult's law. First question, benzene and toluene are two hydrocarbons which form nearly an ideal solution. At 313 Kelvin, the vapor pressure of pure liquid or benzene, means in the pure form the vapor pressure of benzene is 160 mmHg, and in the pure form the vapor pressure of toluene is 60 mmHg. So here we have to find out the different part of this question. Assuming ideal behavior, calculate partial pressure of benzene and toluene and the total pressure under the following condition. So in first condition, solution made by mixing equal number of moles of benzene and toluene. So if we taking the equal number of moles of each component, at that time mole fraction of each component will be 0.5. So in this case, two component benzene and toluene are given. So we have to find three things. First of all, partial pressure. Partial pressure of each component means benzene and toluene, as well as the total vapor pressure, means total vapor pressure of solution we have to find in this case. So in first case, solution made by mixing equal number of moles of benzene and toluene. So in this case, mole fraction of each component will be 0.5. Therefore, partial pressure of benzene, it will be equal to, partial pressure of benzene will be equal to 160 into 0.5. Here 160 is the vapor pressure of benzene in the pure form and 0.5 is the mole fraction. Therefore, it will be equal to 80 mmHg. Similarly, partial pressure of toluene will be equal to P naught toluene into mole fraction of toluene. So here P naught toluene is 60 mmHg and mole fraction is 0.5, therefore it will be 30 mmHg. Finally, we have to find out the total vapor pressure. So total vapor pressure is equal to partial pressure of benzene plus partial pressure of toluene. So partial pressure of benzene is 80 mmHg plus partial pressure of toluene is 30 mmHg. So it will be equal to 110 mmHg. Now second part of this question. Second part is solution made by mixing 4 mole of toluene and 1 mole of benzene. So in this situation we have to find out mole fraction of each component. So here moles of toluene is 4 and moles of benzene is 1. Therefore we may find out mole fraction of each component because here the number of moles is given. So in the second case, number of moles of benzene, that is Na equal to 1, number of moles of toluene is 4. Therefore, mole fraction of benzene, that is Xa, will be equal to number of moles of benzene upon number of moles of benzene plus toluene. So here number of moles of benzene is 1 upon number of moles of benzene is 1 plus number of moles of toluene, that is 4. So it will equal to 1 upon 5, that is 0.2. Means 0.2 is the mole fraction of benzene, which is as XA. Similarly, mole fraction of component B. So we may find the mole fraction of component B equal to 1 minus mole fraction of component A. So that will be 0.8, or B may solve that one. Mole fraction of component B, that is toluene, will be equal to number of moles of toluene upon number of moles of benzene plus number of moles of toluene, that is equal to 4 upon 5, that is 0.8. Now we may find out the partial pressure of each component as well as the total vapor pressure of solution. So partial pressure of benzene, that is Pa, will be equal to P naught A into XA. P naught A given in the question 160 mmHg, and mole fraction according to the situation we got that is 0.2, so it will be 32 mmHg. Similarly, partial pressure of toluene will be equal to P naught B into XB. Here P naught B is the vapor pressure of toluene in the pure form, that is given in the question, that is 60 mmHg. Mole fraction we calculated, that is 0.8, so it will be equal to 48 mmHg. 48 mm. So partial pressure of benzene will be equal to P naught A into XA. P naught A, that is 160. XA we calculated 0.2, it will be 32 mmHg. Similarly, partial pressure of toluene PB will be equal to P naught B into XB. So P naught B given in the question, that is 60, and XB we calculated 0.8, so that will be 48 mmHg. Now total vapor pressure. Total vapor pressure of solution is equal to partial summation of partial pressure of the components present in the solution. So here total vapor pressure will be equal to partial pressure of toluene plus partial pressure of benzene, that is 48 plus 32 is equal to 80 mmHg. Now third part of this question is, solution made by mixing equal masses of toluene and benzene. So in this situation again we have to find out, first of all we have to find out number of moles of each component, and then we have to find out mole fraction of each component also. So let the x gram of each component of each, that is x gram of benzene and toluene, be mixed to form an ideal solution. So to number of moles of benzene, we know that if the mass is given, then to find out number of moles N is equal to given mass upon molecular mass. So given mass is x and molecular mass of benzene is 78. Therefore number of moles of benzene, that is Na, will be x upon 78. Similarly, number of moles of toluene, that is Nb, will be equal to mass of toluene x gram upon molecular mass of toluene, that is 92. So number of moles of toluene will be x upon 92. As we know that to find out mole fraction of particular component, we take the number of moles of that component and divide it by the total moles of the components present in the mixture, that is solution. So mole fraction of benzene will be equal to number of moles of benzene upon number of moles of benzene plus number of moles of toluene. So here obtain the number of moles of benzene as well as toluene. Therefore mole fraction of benzene will be equal to number of moles of benzene upon number of moles of benzene plus number of moles of toluene. So number of moles of benzene is given, we obtained x upon 78 upon number of moles of benzene x upon 78 plus number of moles of toluene x upon 92. So that will be equal to 0.541. Similarly, mole fraction of toluene, we know that the total mole, if we add the mole fraction of different component present in the solution, it is found to be equal to 1. Therefore mole fraction of toluene will be equal to 1 minus mole fraction of benzene. Mole fraction of benzene we calculated 0.541. So mole fraction of toluene will be 1 minus 0.541, that will equal to 0.459. Now we may easily calculate the partial pressure of benzene and toluene as well as the vapor pressure of solution also. So partial pressure of benzene Pa will be equal to P naught A into XA. Here P naught A is the vapor pressure of benzene in the pure form and XA is the mole fraction of benzene. So here P naught A given in the question 160 and mole fraction of benzene, that is 0.541. Partial pressure of benzene, that is Pa will equal to P naught A XA. So P naught A given 160 and XA is 0.541. So that will be equal to 86.56 mmHg.